So guys, the difference between text and text area checkpoint is text checkpoint is applicable for Windows based as well as web based AUT, whereas text area checkpoint is applicable only for Windows based AUT. So what text area checkpoint does is it captures the area of the text within which the text is present, and once you capture the area, the text within the area will be added in the checkpoint. Rest everything is same as text checkpoint. Once the text is captured, rest everything is same. So I won't be repeating the procedure since I had already shown you the same in text checkpoint. So next we'll be seeing is bitmap checkpoint. Now we had come across image checkpoint earlier. So what is the difference between image checkpoint and bitmap checkpoint? I had shown you alternate scripting for image checkpoint. That is, we capture the runtime properties using getArrow property. We capture the runtime properties of the image checkpoint, and like source, src, and href, and different properties and their values. Whereas in bitmap checkpoint, it will capture the bitmap values of the image. Now the second difference between image checkpoint and bitmap checkpoint is image checkpoint is applicable only for web-based application and web-based AUT, whereas bitmap checkpoint is applicable for web-based as well as Windows-based AUT. So now we'll see how we insert bitmap checkpoint for any image, web-based or application-based. So we'll again use sample flight application. So we have our QTP open, and we'll open the sample flight application. This application covers almost all the objects including image. So as you can see, there's an image at the right side of the application. So let's see if we can capture this image and add the checkpoint, that is bitmap checkpoint for this image. There's a separate option for bitmap checkpoint, and again we have to click on the record. It's a Windows application, and then insert bitmap checkpoint. Now we click on the image. Now if you see it's showing the image. The title of the toolbar, title of the dialog box is bitmap checkpoint properties. Now we can check the entire bitmap or just select the particular area. Now if we use our cursor, we can select a particular area for which you want to verify whether the expected image is equal to the actual image, and we can save only the selected area, or you can use the entire bitmap. Now even this could be a part of testing. Apart from the numerical values which we consider in testing, we can also consider images, whether the images are matching, since image can be a very a very important part of user testing, since it's directly the user can see the images, and that's why it can play a very important role. If you see, we can change the RGB tolerance as well. It's in percentage, and as well as the pixel tolerance. Now we don't have to get to this level to understand, because the basic default settings are pretty enough in our testing. Normally in real time we don't go this deep. So if we click on OK, and the code is generated. Now this checkpoint does not capture the like for earlier checkpoint, which was for image checkpoint, which captures the runtime properties. Bitmap checkpoint doesn't capture the runtime properties. It just captures the image as an object consisting of pixels. Now after bitmap checkpoint, the next thing we'll see is database checkpoint. Now we had seen the checkpoints in order to verify the expected result with the actual result for different applications and web pages. But what if we are doing database testing? Now database testing is the backend testing of the database. For example, different applications can have different database like Oracle, DB2. So for accessing these, for verifying whether the data in this database are correct, that is, suppose you are entering a value in the application, and this value goes into the database and it is stored in the database. For example, suppose in any banking site, say for example you have to add the customer details, you will add the address, telephone number, pin code, etc., etc. So all these details has to be stored somewhere in the database. Now you have to verify that in your real-time testing, suppose you have to verify that the values in the database are stored correctly, then we can use this database checkpoint.